just back to the funding and your campaign. So you have an online campaign right now called Local Love, and people can donate online, and that's super important. Yep. It helps all of these different organizations. And when you pick your charities, and I know Sam and I go through a list of different organizations that we want to donate to, and you don't always think about every one of the small organizations or some of the small micro grants and projects that are happening. And so the United Way is really the organization that can make a difference with spreading that money out and making sure that the community is covered, right? So if you have
last year, if you've got a little extra, we'd love it, either through the Local Love Fund, which was really about buying hand sanitizer, getting masks. We had a fire in one of our communities, an apartment fire, and a number of residents up Island lost all their belongings and they had to find housing. So, our donors stepped up and bought people's, materials and food and everything to get them resettled. So that was and here, Salvation Army, I remember it really was hand sanitizer and water and things like that in the early days of the pandemic. Last year, our donors gave, we supported over 53,000 people in our region, many of them in Central Island and in Nanaimo, and that was through 89 programs. And so people don't, you kind of think about, what makes up a community, right? There's sports, and our kids are in sports, and, we have our parks, and we have, the hospital. We're so blessed with our hospital and our government services, but a lot of the things that makes a community is provided by the nonprofit sector, Literacy Central. You name it. There are so many. I just think of, if one of the best things about my job is, I'm always learning about new programs and new needs and new programs, but just, it blows me away. A grant of $5,000 or $8,000 or $15,000, and I'm going, wow, you did all of that. And, whether it's helping kids with disabilities or, hospice or Haven Society, we've got, we've been funding that Children Who Witness Abuse program for years to prevent, trauma and help people heal from trauma. So, our job is to understand the needs, connect all those different agencies together, and make sure people are actually spending the money wisely and doing what they're supposed to do. And that's, the government isn't always doing that. And if you give a donation online directly to a charity, that's fantastic. And I support people to do that. And I do too. But sometimes you need somebody who's going to get in there and go, you know what, there's a more efficient way to do it. Let's match you up with somebody else, or, here's something that's being done. Like, I talk to United Way colleagues across the country. New Brunswick, if there's a good idea, we'll bring it here. Newfoundland, some of my best ideas for programs that we've developed here and funded as test subjects come from Quebec, or they come from small communities in Ontario. So, that's the beauty of the United Way. We're always sharing knowledge, we're doing research, and, trying to curate the best solution.